Hey guys, it's Priscilla, and today we're going to make a dish called Yemista. And Yemista stands for stuffed vegetable. This is a traditional Greek dish. I'll also put a Canva card recipe at the end. To start with, we use ground beef, and I use organic ground beef. This is a grass-fed and it's lean. And then we're gonna use some bone broth for the rice. And then I use 2 cups of parboiled rice, and the bone broth is 32 ounces, which is just enough liquid to cook the rice because you don't want bland rice. Mint, oregano, and we'll also add in tomato sauce. So let's get to it. Here's our vegetable lineup, and so we're gonna stuff every one of these vegetables. We have eggplant, zucchini, yellow summer squash. We're gonna do more than 1 potato. That's just all that's laying here, and then some tomatoes. You need to chop 1 onion. It doesn't matter how you chop it. It can be a rough chop, fine chop, doesn't matter. It's gonna go in the ground beef. You put 2 cups of rice in here, and then we're gonna add in 32 ounces of our bone broth, and that will function as our liquid. Make sure you shake up your bone broth. And this is good. Why do I use bone broth? Because it has collagen in it, and as you age, collagen add that in there. That's exactly the right amount of liquid, so try not to put any more or you'll end up with mushy rice. I start off on a 6, and then once the rice starts boiling, I will turn it down to a 4, and when it's 3 or 4 minutes out, I push it off the stove altogether and just let it finish steaming. The trick with rice is to let it cook itself. You don't stir it. This isn't fried rice. I think that some people love to get in there and try to stir things when they're cooking. Rice is not one of those things, so you just need to let it go. Now we're gonna add in about a tablespoon of olive oil, and we're gonna sweat our onions. Okay, you can see our rice here is boiling, so now I'm gonna take it down to a 3.5, 4, and let it just continue to do its thing. Our olive oil is nice and heated up now, so we should be able to just add in our onions. We're gonna bring those to a sweat. How do you know they're at a good place? They'll look translucent. So they won't be white anymore. It'll be almost like a opaque, clear look. You can still keep it on, a 6 because you're trying to heat it up. If that's the way your stove works. If you have a gas stove, then you want it in like medium to medium high because you're trying to get some heat on it really fast. And then just put in a little bit of pepper, get the lid on there, and start sweating out those. So our onions are getting a little color on them. As you can see, some of them are translucent already, but we're on our way. It was on a 7 or 8. I've turned it down to a 6 because we don't want to burn them. We just want to sweat them. We're using 2 pounds based on the amount of vegetables we have to stuff. I'm gonna start stabbing at it. I haven't added any salt yet. Remember, I haven't added any salt yet. I am gonna turn the heat up. But also, look at our rice. You see how it's at this place where it's made all these little holes? This is when I take it off the heat and just let it finish cooking on its own. And that rice will steam out and be absolutely perfect. Okay, turn this heat up a little bit. Our onions are nice and translucent. We got a nice color on them. And now we're going to add the ground beef and brown that up. We haven't put any salt in here yet. We are just browning this hamburger meat. So in traditional Yemista, there's a little bit of cinnamon and mint that goes in this mixture. So Ceylon cinnamon, and that's Ceylon, has more antioxidants in it and better properties in it than your everyday average cinnamon. Think about when you were a kid and you smelled cinnamon. Typically, that's what was used, but it's a little more expensive, so mainstream, they use a different kind. I still use Ceylon cinnamon, and then you got to think about, what you're eating. Food is medicine, as they say. And then you put in a little bit of mint. So it's about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then a teaspoon of mint will go into the ground beef. I pour with my heart. I've made this dish so many times in my life that I can kind of eyeball things and know when we've reached the point of teaspoon. About right. And then be careful. You don't want to put too much cinnamon because the last thing you want to do is feel like you're eating a dessert. So you could even put a little less, even a quarter of a teaspoon if that makes your heart happy. but that gives it that warm flavor. If you've ever had cardamom or anything like that, it's that essence or that flavor profile. Now our ground beef is at a good place. It's like not completely all the way done, but I'm going to turn it off, and here's why. Because we still have to core out our vegetables, and that too is going to be a part of the meat that goes into the stuffed vegetables. We have our garbage bag. This is what I use to put excess, the discarded pieces in, and then I just get rid of it. I wish I could say I compost, but I can't. I live in an HOA, and that's frowned upon, at least in mine. I don't know about where you live. What you'll need is I have a corer. And so this will core out the longer vegetables. And if you don't have this, you can just use a butter knife and then a melon ball scooper, which is good for the eggplant. And then sometimes just a good old fashioned spoon to scrape out the center. So whatever you have works, just as long as you can scrape out the insides. Think about what you would use for a pumpkin. We're gonna start coring out our vegetables. You'll want to core down till about three-fourths, if not a little bit further down, and just leave there a bottom here so that it doesn't run out, and then cut off a top piece so that you can kind of encapsulate it. So when it cooks on the inside and it doesn't escape and go all in the pan, which is typically the point. And some always comes out anyway, but you just want to see, you know, if you can contain the inside of the stuffing. So now you'll take all of this and just cut it up. You can leave it in the bowl like I'm gonna do. The idea is you just want to mince it up and mix it together. You could take it out and chop it all up, you know, whatever your heart's desire is. And so this becomes the meat inside of the ground beef with it that gets stuffed inside the vegetables. What's great is if you have tomatoes, then it just adds more flavor. And then remember, our rice was cooked in a chicken stock. Really, ours was cooked in bone broth, so it's got a nice good flavor on its own. And so when we throw all of this in there with the hamburger meat and the onions, this is when we'll add in salt and more salt and pepper, or really salt to begin with, and then pepper if we need any. But you can see there's a lot of shavings here, so just want to make sure that it's small enough that when you're feeding it back into the vegetable itself, that there's not a bunch of lumps everywhere, you know. Nobody wants lumps. You have a nice consistent meat. You could use a food processor if that, you know, is what makes your heart happy and you need it to be completely uniform. I find just a rough chop is good. It tends to mash down quickly, and especially when you're cooking it, it cooks down. So the potatoes specifically pay attention to, because those tend to be a little bit harder to cut up. And this is what it looks like.
You know, you should get one. I'm probably gonna get one too. We should go to Ulta, or we should order one or something and get one of those little pricker rollers. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
You know why they do? You know what that does?
Yeah, the collagen.
It promotes natural facial collagen, and it's not that painful. You know what I use? I use my bristle brush. I clean it real good, and then it's a little painful because it's.
I wouldn't do that, baby.
But I tap my face, and it really works. And then I moisturize after I exfoliate.
Okay.
It's beauty is pain, Mom. You know that.
Oh, I know.
Beauty is pain, darling.
Oh, will you get out a big pan for Mom? The big,
pan?
You know, the big cup little pan underneath there. Hey, baby. Here.
Oh, come on.
That's where the big pans are. You know, because I have to bake it.
Cast iron stuff?
No. I'm gonna put this in a big pan, just like Grandma does.
Which kind, Mom? This?
Like a roasted turkey pan.
There's a pan in there. There's a pan everywhere. So you gotta be specific.
Right, because it needs to fit all of this.
Jesus Christ.
Did you break something?
No. It's like everything's in front of everything.
You okay?
God, just loud noises stress me out. It's like my kryptonite. So you want this?
Yes. I don't need that inside piece though, because that's like if you're roasting a turkey, you know. Thanks, baby.
No problem.
We don't use it that often, so that's why it's probably in the back.
No, it's just annoying for a second. So I like this little.
All right, it's nice.
You know if you need any help.
Thanks, baby. Should I think? How's your brain doing?
Sounds good.
Don't open it, just look at it.
I usually use this thing. Looks like it's coming along nicely.
Is it baking now?
Yeah, it's baking. It's not fully brown yet, so I can tell it's not finished.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That was just so simple. Bread is just very easy to make. And it's not time consuming. It's just,
It isn't when it's like that.
yeah.
When it will do it for you.
Even if it was something like sourdough or honey wheat, it's just simple to put it all together, and this thing just does it for you.
That's what I'm saying. It just you can just dump it in and walk away.
You could use it to make banana bread too.
Probably.
There's sweet grains.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's a lemon one. I know you wouldn't want that.
That's okay.
A nice sourdough cinnamon bread. I know you like that.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Cinnamon toast is one of your favorites.
What? Oh yeah, it's
You
my
select
favorite.
a little sugar, a little.
I used to eat that before going to school.
It's the perfect little
Treat.
treat. It's good on honey wheat. Usually.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna do the eggplant, which is the easiest.
Because it's big and it's soft on the inside.
Yeah. This coring thing though has made my job like 6 times easier. Because last time, I mean, I was on the struggle bus.
Yeah, because that's how, that's the old fashioned way. They do it just like you're doing it right now with a knife and twist it around.
Yeah.
That makes it hard because you can accidentally get a hole in it.
Well, I mean, you just gotta know what you're doing, but yeah.
And if you do get a hole, it's okay if it's not too big. It won't come out of it. So you want to do it right. That thing is really good.
Yeah, it's really great. Send one to your grandma.
I don't know how much she even does. And we know she cooks. Dina tells me she does.
Actually, this is maybe not easier with this. Can I have a spoon? A big spoon? Or maybe this is, maybe this is.
I'll bring you one just in case. And then maybe this will help just to get into it and scrape some of it because it's
I'm used to just doing it
long.
with a spoon.
And the booklet said it gave a recipe even for French baguette.
Oh yeah?
I don't know how well that would probably be in the shape of it, but it would probably be consistency, which is ultimately what we want anyway.
Yeah.
Easy to make sandwiches.
Oh, I can smell it baking out.
That was lovely.
Nothing like fresh bread.
I don't know what the heck they use at the grocery store because it never tastes like this. That white bread at the grocery store tastes like chalk.
I don't know.
They probably do use chalk.
No.
Saves them money. You never know. I heard that they were feeding pigs plastic, like ground up plastics
That's
and
terrible.
recyclables, and they would make it into food and feed them. And that's the meat we're eating. There could be carcinogens in that. Probably are. It's how people are probably getting cancers. That's horrible. Like,
Feel bad for the pigs. Feel bad for everybody.
you should, no living creature should ever consume plastic. Ever. Not one time. That's okay. At least, people are waking up and real warnings now.
I don't eat a lot of pork.
I eat bacon, I eat ham once in a while, but not really. Super acidic for me. I eat things.
Okay. One more.
When I was not feeling good at work the other day, people were like, "You're not pregnant, are you?"
Ah, that's
I was like, "No, I can assure you of that."
Why weren't you feeling good?
I don't know. My acid reflux was so bad. I went to the bathroom like several times to vomit.
Did you drink something?
No, I hadn't eaten, and my acid was bad. And then in the morning time, I had a sip of Diet Dr. Pepper, and I had some of that chicken Florentine, which had a lot of butter in it. My empty stomach having that dark caramel soda mixed with rich food made me not a happy girl.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Mostly dry. They were just like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm so sorry. It's my first day." And I'm like, "I'm feeling good." So I can have. It's like, "Thank God I didn't even try to have coffee."
Did you eat today?
Yeah. I had my pasta, remember?
Oh, okay.
Did you eat today?
I ate some of that salad and a protein bar.
That's good. Well, we have some protein. I was thinking we should mix some protein and collagen or something smoothie sometime.
Yeah, you can.
Can be like a little health thing. Make your skin look good. You gotta be careful with collagen peptides though. They'll tear your stomach up if you don't eat. Not tear it up, it really makes you feel a little.
So you have a doctor appointment tomorrow?
What's tomorrow?
Alex, look at your phone.
Tomorrow, I know what day of the week it is. I'm talking about the date.
I don't know the date for tomorrow, but I thought it was like the 22nd or something like that.
Okay. 27th, Mom.
Hey, baby girl. You need to put the rug back down in here. Thank you, babe.
Thank you very much.
You're You're welcome. No, thank you for doing it. I appreciate it. It needed to be done.
I'm stretching my face back for my moisturizer.
You don't need to stretch your face. Don't do that.
Well, you know, just to push it back a little.
Don't do that.
Why? That's what women do to make themselves look young.
I know, but you don't need to do that. Stretching your skin actually just makes it sag. Don't do that.
Well, it's not like stretching it too much. This is what women used to take tape and they put moisturizer on and they would tape themselves up.
That
like
actually makes it worse.
Well, now that you tell me.
Don't do that.
You know, you're right though, because the elasticity is being worn out.
Yeah, so you're just stretching your skin for no reason. Don't do that.
It's probably just a myth. You know, they come up with all kinds of regimens. Like back in the ancient times, people used to use mercury for your skin because it made it look light, but then it decayed it after a couple of days. People have done a lot for beauty. That's not right. All right.
Thank you, babe.
Let me work on that bread now.
Make sure it doesn't slide around, okay? That rag.
It doesn't. I put the thing in it.
Just leave it alone. It'll
just
beep when
checking.
it's done.
I was just checking.
It's
But
doing
last
it.
time, remember, it
Well, it's because I had it programmed for a different weight than what was actually in there.
yeah. I wasn't too sure how to navigate it when I started it, but I saw the one and I recognized that from the book, so I was like, okay, that's it.
You didn't read the manual?
I did. I set it on one, but it just wouldn't move past the other thing to like set it to a different setting, but I'm like, I guess this is the setting I needed.
It should tell you step by step how to
It
do it.
did. I double clicked on the menu thing.
Okay.
It was being,
I was about to say, you're scaring me now. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure I have it on the right setting because I followed the instructions. Yeah, it's on the right setting. It smells good.
It smells good. You like Yemista, right?
It's not my favorite, but I don't not like it.
What?
I never really loved it when they made it growing up. It's just the one thing I never cared for. I don't know why. I didn't really care for her green beans either because I just don't really care for tomato-based things sometimes. Like,
Can you hang on to that other bowl?
it's just like the way that it comes together. I like it. I mean, I just don't love it. You know what I mean? I'm much more of a mousse cup kind of girl.
Oh, that's very rich.
I know, that's probably why I like it. But I like light and non-rich things too. Like I like Greek salad. And souvlaki is not too fatty.
That's true. Hand me a couple potatoes, baby. Wash them. Yeah, wash them. Some long ones.
Now make sure you eat this. The last time we made this, we didn't even finish it. We froze it and then after it away.
I'm hoping we eat it.
I don't care, of course. It's just all these nice ingredients. I don't want to throw away. I'll eat it. I actually like the one you made last time. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but I don't not like it.
I'm making it slightly different than Yaya. She
Yaya-
doesn't put Parmesan in hers, and I am.
Yaya would make things like that a lot, very light because she's diabetic and she would eat yummy stuff. She didn't really eat moussakash, but there are certain dishes she would make for herself, like that she would eat, and stuff she would just make for everyone else.
Yeah.
Listen, I got a call.
It's pretty. And thank God I got this corer because this thing is like so much easier to core vegetables with this now.
Oh yeah.
I
Not
struggled
easy
last
to do
time.
with
Mm-mm. It's not.
Oh, it's okay.
Now everything is cooking, all melding together. You put the rice in at last because you don't want it to get too mushy, and it's up as high as it can go. So I'm going to cook down some of this water that's in here. If you can't see, let's see. See some of this excess liquid. We want to cook it down because we're going to put tomato sauce in here. And as you see, our rice is completely done. And look how beautiful that is. It's completely cooked and it's perfect. And when I say perfect, that is a perfect rice. And it should have those holes right there, as you see, because that's just the steam coming through. Perfectly cooked rice. I think my grandmother taught me that trick. It's a good trick. And so now we're just gonna put in our meat from our veggies here. Just dump everybody in the pool, as they say, and start cooking this down. Okay, I'm gonna let the heat start getting a little bit higher. And at this point, you want to get out whatever cooking dish you want to use. I'm going to use a turkey pan, and then I'll put some sauce at the bottom here so that the vegetables themselves don't burn up. You can put a little olive oil in here, whatever suits your fancy. Tasting pretty good. It needs a little more salt, so that's probably another half a teaspoon. And then we're gonna put in some of our rice here and let it soak up some of that tomato sauce. Turn this down. All right, a half a cup at a time, just so that we're eyeballing it. Now remember, we didn't put salt in here, but we did put our bone broth. Okay. All right, so that's 2 cups of rice. Now I have some extra rice for the week or something else. Now you can use whatever kind of rice you like. If you like brown rice, you know, white rice, long grain, whatever your rice preference is, it's totally fine. You just want this kind of consistency. This is what you're looking for right here. Now I'm gonna turn this off because I don't want this rice to really cook too much more because it'll just turn into mush, and we're not trying to do mush. We're gonna come in here with like a half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. Remember, as things cook down, they get saltier, so we don't wanna overdo it. And this is what it looks like right now. This will cook down even more. Looking good. And now we're gonna put in 2 cans of tomato sauce. Whatever kind of tomato sauce you like is fine. Remember, we're gonna put rice in this, so it will definitely soak up some of this tomato sauce that's in here now. We're gonna assemble our pan. This is what I typically do. I just line them up in here. Then I'm gonna bring the pot over and just start filling them. So this will get pretty full with the vegetables, but I'll put tomato sauce at the bottom of it too. So it kind of helps these vegetables cook on top of that. I would recommend using cavernous. In terms of the opening, I have different size, either this size or something even maybe a little bit smaller. But typically if you're making this much, like a turkey roaster pan size is good. I'm gonna put in 5 ounces of Parmesan cheese because we have different holes, you know, in terms of the cavernous. And so I'm just mixing it in the end because clearly Parmesan cheese melts easy. And remember your salt content, because Parmesan is also salty. So I want to make sure that you're not over salting. As things bake, they tend to, as I shared earlier, as things cook down, they tend to get saltier. So this will just bring a luxurious component to it. Some people put Parmesan in their Yemista, some people do not. Doesn't matter, however you want to do it. I find that people from different parts of Greece do it differently, and this is how I do it. Spoon, so that, you know, make sure that we can get everything in there. Now, the eggplants clearly need a bigger spoon, so we're gonna start with that guy. Now this is for my family of 3, but we clearly want leftovers so that we can eat this all week. This makes a fantastic leftover. I'll go in my garbage bag. Love a good garbage bag. As you're cooking, oh my gosh, it's the best. All right, so I just fill it in there. If some slides down the side, that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, but the goal is to just fill in each vegetable to the top. I want to leave a little bit of space, and then you just put your lid on. Super cute, right? Now I'll go to the next one, and we'll do all of these. This one got messy. This is probably good for this guy. I love you, you're so sweet. Sometimes it helps to tap it down because sometimes there'll be an air pocket at the bottom there, and it won't want to go all the way down. Look, babe, you get to marry a little Greek girl.
I married a very talented woman. That's what I married.
Opa. At this point, turn on your oven to 400 degrees and get it preheated. We're gonna cover this with some aluminum foil, and you're gonna cook it for an hour covered, and then you can, after an hour, you can open it, take the aluminum foil off, and cook it for 15 to 20 more minutes, just if you want to get the vegetables more brown. We're gonna put it in the oven. Okay, 1 hour. So timer, 60, start. Okay, we'll be back in an hour.